Our restoration comes through our obedience. Change comes through corrective behavior. And if all of us get into the righteous mindset, then restoration comes. People are at the door of their significant change and will lose what the Most High has for them because they've never seen their faith as something to fight for. You and I as the Israelites have to war within yourselves and against your own fleshly lust. You have to war with worldly temptation. With all the spiritual energy you can muster, war for the kingdom of Yah.
We aim and shoot scriptural bullets at demon troops. I'm just spitting truth. Look at yourself.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High Yah. Shabbat shalom. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. We give it praise and honor to the Most High Yah, Yahweh, and His Son, His Mashiach, for all of the things that He has done for the nation of Israel by reconciling us back to the Father and the work that He has done on the cross. I give the Most High praise for all of the men of True Nation and the women of True Nation, all of the bishops and apostles and mores and deacons and teachers and brethren all across True Nation, wherever our brethren may reside. And the sisters as well, we give the Most High praise for you as well. Well, we're going to get into our lesson, right? So the theme and title of the lesson is The Awakening Was Only the Beginning. The awakening was only the beginning. If I was to take a subtitle of what we're going to talk about today, it would be Teaching the Truth is Not Enough. Building Israel from the ground up. Bar. Teaching the truth is not enough. We must build Israel from the ground up. So all across the world, the four corners of the earth, right? Israelites are waking up, awakening to the truth as to who they are according to the Bible, according to the scriptures. Camps are teaching lessons on the streets, right? Camps are teaching on the street. Lessons are being, like this lesson here, is being posted online. Debates are being held all across social media and different various platforms concerning prophecy, identity, commandments, and whatnot. But the question is this: what comes after the awakening? Now that we know we Israelites, now what? You can look all across the social media platforms and see all kind of dumb arguments. People outside of our belief system and other nations are looking like these has got to be some of the dumbest people. That's why they don't believe us. Because the dumb arguments and no evidence of anything being done. Let's go to Jeremiah. This is how the Bible teaches us to focus when we're in captivity on what should be done. Let's get Jeremiah, the 29th chapter, begin at the 4th verse.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
This is how the mindset should be in captivity. Come on.
Build ye houses, and dwell in them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit of them.
Build houses, plant gardens, and eat the fruit that you labored for. Read.
Take ye wives.
Oh, take ye wives. Come on.
And beget sons and daughters.
Get children while you're there. Come on.
Take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands.
Read.
That they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there, and not
diminished.
That
you may be increased while you in captivity. while you're in captivity, that you might be increased, and that you as a people should not be diminished, that you should not lack as a people. Give me verse 7 and that verse.
And seek the peace of the city whether I have caused you to be carried away captive.
And while you're in captivity, don't be breaking the land laws. Don't be robbing, stealing, and killing and murdering. You're supposed to be seeking the peace of the city. Don't be asking white folks to kiss your boots and all this kind of stuff. That's stupid. Stupid. Then you gotta, after they get up from kissing your boot, you gotta go and work for them.
Yep.
You gotta go put in an application for Mr. John to hire your dumb self. When they look you up on YouTube, you got white folks kissing your boots.
Termination.
Now, all these things that the Bible is describing, building homes, planting gardens, having children, marrying wives, having sons and daughters that's intermarrying with one another, all of these things that the Bible is describing that you should be doing while you're in captivity, all these things are happening in what the Bible has described as the wait. We're waiting on redemption. We're waiting on it. Right? But the wait doesn't mean not doing nothing while you wait. No. It don't mean doing nothing. In the mind of the Israelite, the true believer, the waiting is defined as an action word. Waiting, you see, is how you get yourself in order. Waiting is how you begin to structure yourselves. Waiting is plan organization. In fact, waiting is the precursor or the forerunner before the unification of the body. It is actually where you start to build those structural integrity stones in order to build a planned, organized nation. Let's get them Lamentations 3. Let's go to Lamentations 3 and verse 25.
This book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him.
Come on.
It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
While we are hoping for redemption, and while we are quietly, when it says quietly waiting, it doesn't mean that we just sit there quietly. Quietly, they say we're not making a bunch of noise out here in these streets. We're not causing a lot of attention to ourselves. We minding our own business and taking care of our business. So that's the problem with the Israelite community. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be out front. But I find it funny how everybody want to be out front, but nobody want to sacrifice. Everybody want to be the leader until there's a requirement for leadership. You quietly waiting, meaning you are planning, you are building, you are structuring, you are bringing into view those things that are lacking and missing within our community. Let's get her back to the second chapter and the third verse.
This book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
At the end, the vision you're gonna see what the vision is at the end of it. Come on,
and not lie.
Come on.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Wait for it. Build in it, in the vision. Make the vision happen. Plan for it to happen. Come on,
because it will surely come.
Come on,
it will not tarry.
The redemption is gonna come. The redemption is not going to tarry, but what you do while we wait for redemption is what this is talking about here. The Most High, brothers and sisters, did not call us merely to know the truth intellectually. No, he called us to become a holy nation, a set apart people, a functioning people, a righteous community that reflects his laws in every way of our lives. I don't see, and I gotta be honest here today. I'm gonna take some honest assessments at the Israelite community. Can I do that? I don't see much salt in the earth with you guys. For people who claim to have the truth, I don't see much salt in the earth. I need you to take I need you to examine that statement. We are a community that say we have the truth, the end all, the be all. We are a people to say we speak for God. Think about that. We speak for God, but you messy. You bear false witness. You and a bunch of adulterers and fornicators and liars and backbiters and backstabbers. You speak for God? You're a community that's unorganized. You're a nation that's unorganized. A nation that don't have, to borrow a word from Deacon Eliot, S-H-I-T. At any time, people say, come on, let's get away from this cruel man. Let's come together. There's some backbiting going on. Let's get Jeremiah once again.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Drop down to verse 5.
Build ye houses.
Build ye houses.
And dwell in them.
Build ye houses and live in.
And plant gardens.
Come on.
And eat the fruit of them.
And eat the fruit of them. This is what's commanded of us to do in the captivity. Not be on social media arguing. See, there's a difference between reasoning and arguing. I can reason with brothers in the scripture because we might not have the same understanding. So we can come together and we can reason sensibly with one another on exactly what the scripture says and get down to the nitty-gritty of what it's about. But if you always looking to attack somebody, what actually are you doing? If you always looking to try to, let me see what he's gonna say so I can attack. You listening to attack and not to learn. Have you ever met people like that? They be listening to argue. They don't be actually listening. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, I can jump on that. And they own it. What has it ever accomplished? Nothing. And that's the Israelite community. All you're doing is fussing and fighting on Facebook, social media. I'm coming at you today. I'm coming at your throat. I'm serious. I'm coming at your throat today. And folk always want to be like, oh, Bishop, you don't never say nothing. You're always harping on them heathens. You don't never say nothing about the Israelite community. I don't know who you listening to because I'm always jumping on the Israelite. Today is a day that I'm really digging to their soul. You want to argue about everything under the sun. You want to find something to argue about, fuss about, fight about, while you got nothing. I've never in my life seen so many people scared to take a chance. But you say you got faith. You doing that? You know, Christ, when he was walked the earth, he would look around at his people and say, whoa, so little faith. And I think it's probably worse now. Faith is small. Smaller than that. Smaller than that.
If it was a mustard seed, it would move mountains.
They got no faith. None. If we claim to be the people of Yah, then we must begin to build like the people of Yah. Gotta build. Now there are 7 phases to build. We're going to go through those 7 phases. 7 phases to building in the weight. And here they are as follows. Number one is educating our children. We got all this tough talk, big miles, and no schools. We trust everybody else to educate our children, but we talk stuff about them. We want to talk stuff about the white man, the Asian man, the Indian man, but you send your baby off to school to get taught by them. What kind of sense does it make? Why don't we have our schools? Why is there so little Israelite schools? We got the means. We got we're in the information age. If you was a little slow in school, that's all right. I'm not trying to be funny. We in the information age. If you scared to teach your children because you was a little slow in school, you get help. Yeah, they got all kind of programs to help you teach your children, and that way you know what they're learning. You understand what I'm saying? You can give them the right history on what it was. Let's get Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 30:3. That's right, Israel. I'm coming for your neck today.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30 and verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Read that part again.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Why you think the Bible make a statement like that? How you grieve your enemy by teaching your son? If a people, brothers and sisters, who have historically controlled us through ignorance, if we've been solely dependent on them, if through their teaching they've caused division, and we've lost our identity, then teaching our children the truth, it scares them. Do you understand? You got a reason to be scared, because they're going to water down the history, whereas you're going to tell the truth about your history. It grieves them. See, you think it's they worried about when you on the street, teaching on the street. They not worried about that. Do you think these heathens is worried about seeing Negroes on the street, teaching on the street? They don't care about that. Let us pull all our children out their schools. And let us start teaching our own children mathematics, arithmetic, science, history. That's when it's time to get nervous. Yep. What is they saying over there to them children? Because not only you not just creating workers, passive workers and jailbait, you ain't creating that. You creating young masters, young lords. You understand what I'm saying? Why aren't we doing this? And we talking about we got the truth. You ain't got the truth. You just talking loud and talking to them. That's all. Where's your educational institution at, Israel? You so deep in the word, but you can't teach your daughter math.
That don't make sense.
You such a powerful teacher, but you can't teach your son history. Let's finish that scripture that started from the beginning. Sirach 30 and 3.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 30, and verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice with him.
He's going to rejoice before his friends because it takes away their control. You can't control my son. You can't control my daughter. Can I teach him? And I taught him to be a master to you. I taught him to be a young lord over you. Ain't nothing you can do with the mindset of a person that you've been teaching since they could speak that they are king. Can you imagine the mindset of a kid like that? You've been teaching them from birth that they're king. That ain't nobody more precious than you. You above all nations, and you better than everybody you see.
That's what they teach them. Kids.
Can you imagine? I mean, and you saying that every day. And they wake up in the morning, you tell them, you the best thing on, you the cream of the crop out here. Can you imagine how many of your daughter's legs would be closed if you told her that? See how he giving it up out of both draw legs. Got that thing tooted up. Take a man on down through there, these young girls. You don't even know you don't even know they're 15. Be like, hold up, 15? They look 25. What? She done tooted that thing up. What's funny? You don't. Did I say something wrong? Tooted that thing up. What does that mean? Did I say something wrong?
No.
Y'all laughed at me. Y'all threw me off because y'all started laughing at me.
Teaching them to be kings.
Twerking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean by it mean the same thing, right?
No.
Okay.
No. In your era, not mine.
Yeah. No, I thought it meant the same.
No.
So.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's beyond my. You know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Dancing. You was referring to dancing.
I'm referring to dancing. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Sirach 7:23.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
Read it again.
Hast thou children? Instruct them.
The question is, you got children? Instruct them. And what did it tell you to do? And what?
And bow down their neck from their youth.
And bow down their neck from them. Make them respect you. Bow their neck down. Make them give you respect from their youth. And then when they get old, they're going to be in your face like this. They won't be in your face. Talking crazy. You can't wait till they get 15, 16 years old, then you want to knock them out. You should have been knocking them out when they was 3 and they said that. That's when you should have been That's when you should have been beating them on their thigh and knocking them out then. By the time they get over, they looking at you. They looking at you like this. They looking down at you now. Talking what you gonna do? I'm ready to put a whooping on you. Go in your room, dead. Shut the door. Did we finish that scripture out?
Yes.
Bow down their necks. All right. Secondly, that was one. Educate your children. Number two. Here's a big one. Another big one. Caring for the widows and the elders. This is something that you, again, do not see within the Israelite community. Do you know how many elders we starting to get into this truth? Lots of elders, right? Now, we know the elders, sometimes they retire, sometimes they have to leave their homes, and they may have to go to institutes like nursing homes and things like that. You don't want to send your elders to no nursing home. They're going to be making them eat bacon and all this kind of stuff. You understand how I'm saying? Unclean foods. And have y'all been to some of these nursing homes? They're horrible. They're horrible. You don't want your folks in there. Yeah. So where, as an Israelite community and nation, where's our elder homes at? Where they can be around other elderly folk that's in the truth, eating clean and growing old and dying together.
Still making all the feast days.
Making all the feast days. See, the folks be talking a lot of smack, but you ain't doing that. You game for getting on the mic to argue. Be game to give up some money to build a nursing home for Israelites. Be game for that. Be game to put your hands to the plow. If you're a carpenter, lend your skills. If you're a masonry, if you're a bricklayer, lend your skills to help build something for your people. Part of the problem is we have a lot of selfish Israelites. You're selfish as hell. Selfish as hell. And you ain't gonna do nothing unless you in the forefront of it. Think about it. Think about it. You ain't gonna do nothing unless your name is on it and you in the forefront of it. You ain't gonna lend your hand to do nothing. It's shameful. And some of you Israelites, I'm ashamed of you. I wrote a post yesterday. I don't know how many of y'all seen it. I said, I'm sick of y'all Israelites.
I'm sorry.
You seen it? Yeah. I'm sick of y'all. All you do is run your damn mouth. I'm tired of you. Just a bunch of niggas claiming to be in the truth. You ain't in the truth. That's why it's only a remnant going to the kingdom. You ain't in. As much as you run your mouth. As much as you run your mouth. I was looking for Yashimai's son. Sick of you kids. You look simple. You look silly. You look crazy. I want to argue and debate somebody. And you hate your damn brother. You do. All them gifts and talents you got don't mean a hill of beans. It don't mean nothing if you ain't got love for your brother or your sister. Oh, the hell with you. Goodbye. Oh, you got good breakdown, but you can't even forgive your sister or your brother? Get the hell out of here. Unforgiving soul. why would the Most High forgive you? We say it in our prayer every day. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Give me James, the book of James, chapter 1, and verse 27. We still on caring for the widows and the elders.
The book of James, chapter 1, and verse 27. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this.
What is it?
To visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
This is what the Bible calls pure. This is what the Bible calls pure. Not your great dissertation or your great lesson of what you did with so-and-so and how you broke it down and you know how you said, how I gave you the word, turn it around. The Bible don't care nothing about that. The Bible do not care anything about that. Let's read it again. James 1 and 27.
Yes, the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 27.
Come on.
Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this.
This is what it is. Read.
To visit the fatherless.
To visit the fatherless. Come on.
And widows in their affliction.
And to visit the widows in their affliction. Read.
And to keep himself unspotted from the world.
And keep yourself unspotted, clean from the world. Without clean from the world, without malice, without strife, without anger, without unforgiveness, without sin. Help the fatherless. That's the true God on the earth. To help those that don't have a father. To help guide those young men and women that don't have righteous fathers and don't have fathers. That's a true God in the earth. Those women that are uncovered by men who have died. They had husbands, but their husbands died. Where's that at? And I'm talking about in truth, too. I ain't talking about her husband died and now you sizing her up like, take her on to be mine. I ain't talking about that. Unrighteous Negroes. Well, you know what I'm saying? She her husband gone now. I can get me, you know. That's an unrighteous Negro right there. I'm talking about really helping this woman because she is alone now. Her husband is gone. That's a burden on her. Perhaps she got children that needs to be counseled, that needs to be helped. Their father is gone. You understand? We just don't see this within the Israelite community. We don't see this. Am I the only one missing something? I'm the only one not seeing it. Okay. Leviticus 19 and 32.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 19, and verse 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man.
The hoary head is the gray head. The gray head. If I had more hair on my head, you would see it be fully gray.
And honor the face of the old man.
And honor the face of the old man and mean his gray beard. His beard is white, his head is white. The scripture says, thou shalt rise up. Meaning, that's why we teach the young men around here, hey, salute your elder when you come into the room. And when you leave the room, salute your elder. That's what it means to rise up. Give honor to those who are your elders before you. If you ain't many seats in the room and you sitting down and you got them young legs, when your elders come in the room, get your behind up. Let them old men and old women, let them sit down. You ain't lived here long enough to sit down. Get your behind up. Your legs are still strong. Get up. Matthew 23 and 23. Let's see what Christ says about
Book of Matthew, chapter 23 and 23.
Come on.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees,
Mhm.
hypocrites,
Mhm.
for ye pay a tithe of mint
Mhm.
and anise and cumin,
Come on.
and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
You omitted the weightier matters of the law, and that's what's wrong with a lot of our Israelite community today. The weightier matters are dismissed. These are the weightier matters I'm talking about: educating our own children, taking care of the fatherless, taking care of the widow. These are things that are heavy upon our community as a people. We was just talking about earlier in the law reading, we was talking about multiple wives. And it just never made sense to me why brothers be having they wives be on food stamps. The whole house on food stamps.
Mhm.
Then you bring in another woman so she can be on food stamps too. That don't make sense to me. Don't make sense. We all in here on food stamps together. Huh. Why ain't you taking care of business? Then get you another woman. That's what you want. Build your own business. Grow your own food. Why aren't you taking on the responsibility that you should be taking on? Can somebody help me today? Can somebody help me? Because I don't understand. Maybe it's just me. This is the job of the gods upon the earth. This is how you build a nation. You care for the people through education and through care. Now, let's get to point 3. It seemed like we got 7 points, but I don't know if I'm even get through all of them. Point 3. Point 3 is producing your own food. What's the estimated number of Israelites you think it is?
Worldwide?
I won't say around worldwide. I would say just in the United States. How many Israelites you think that it actually is? God-fearing, believing, law-keeping Israelites.
30,000.
You want to say about 30,000? So y'all think about 30,000?
But I gotta get the whole criteria. Like 30.
Right? 30. 30. I'm saying this because no matter what the number is, we have enough people who claim to be in the truth, to produce food to feed ourselves. Well, we're not having to be nourished in the face of our enemies. It's almost comical to me. We talk about I hate these Edomites and I hate these Moabites and I hate these heathen nations, and now we got to go to their stores and eat.
Yep.
They hate us, but we got to go buy their food. What's up? And that's why we have to create a system within the system, just like other nations do. They don't come to our restaurants and eat, do they?
No.
They don't come to our stores and buy food, do they?
Nope.
Then how come we have to? We don't want to do the work. We don't want to do the work, and we don't want to get together with one another. It's enough Israelites out here. I was surprised to see how many black farmers it was in Georgia. I was surprised at the number of black farmers it is, right? I was also surprised at how many so-called believing Israelites had land. Everybody can grow stuff, and we can share, barter with one another, ship food to one another. We can do it. We can have co-op grocery stores with one another. for us, by us, grocery stores. You understand? Well, we know what's in this. We know what's in this tomato. This heirloom tomato, ain't been no needles in it. The seed is not modified. We talk a good game, but we don't do nothing. We're waking to the truth, but we ain't got nothing. That's why the world ain't worried about us. You think they worried? No, they ain't worried. What worries them is when you stop buying their tomatoes. Huh? Ain't that what's going to, that's when it's going to be a problem. You stop buying their tomatoes. Stop buying their apples and see, won't they come see what's going on? I know these niggas normally buy apples this time of year. What's going on? We got our own trees. We grow our own peaches. Oh, y'all understand? Y'all understanding what I'm saying? I know y'all in here understanding what I'm saying. Proverbs 12 and 11.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 11. He that tilleth in his land shall be satisfied with bread.
This is what the Bible says. When you till in your own land, you're going to be satisfied with your bread. Come on.
But he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding.
But if you following a vain person that's talking loud and ain't doing nothing, you're going to be void of understanding. That's what the Bible says. That's what the book says. Go to the 27th chapter of Proverbs. Start at verse 23.
The slothful man roasteth not that which, I'm sorry, you said 23?
23, yep, 27 and 23.
Oh, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23.
Watch this.
Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock, and look well to thy herds.
Get your own group. Raise your own meat, Israel. We keep having to go down to Walmart and buy tainted meat. You down at them hood grocery stores. I remember them hood grocery stores in Detroit. Meat be brown on the side. They take it back there. They cut a little brown part off. Shoot it with a little bit more red dye. Put it back out there. Slap another label on it. Fresh. Read on.
For riches are not forever, and doeth the crown endure to every generation.
Come on.
The hay appeareth, and the tender grass showeth itself, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered. The lambs are for thy clothing.
The lambs are for what?
Are for thy clothing.
Where's your textiles? See, it's possible. We just don't want to do the work. We don't want to grow cotton. I don't know why not. Negroes grew cotton before for the white man. You can't grow it for yourself. Traumatizing. What's that flax? What is that flax? That plant?
Flaxseed.
Not flaxseed. The one plant that you can get with
silk.
I can't think of it. It's a plant that you can pull the fibers off of it and make clothing with it. I forgot the name of it. But you have cotton. You have wool that you can shear off sheep. The men can shear the sheep and grow the cotton, process it, and the women can dye it and sew it. I'm talking about from the ground up. I said from the ground up, didn't I? That was the subtitle. Building Israel from the ground up. And guess who the middleman is that's making money off of us if we do this? Nobody. Our bodies are fully covered. We got wool. We got warm wool covered. We got wool covered. And for fancy people like your diet, we have silkworms. Do you know?
You want the silk, you know?
If you like the silk. We got to put in the work, family. if we want to come out from under our enemies. And do like Jeremiah said, build you houses and dwell in them. Plant gardens and eat the fruit thereof. Verse 27.
And thou shalt have goat's milk enough for thy food,
Mm-hmm.
for the food of thy household,
Watch this.
and for the maintenance for thy maidens.
And for the maintenance of that man, which I think that mean right there. That's what we've been talking about all a good part of the day right there. If you got goats, if you got sheep, you got wool, you got food, you got plenty. You got plenty to offer for the maintenance of thy maidens. You want some more wives? You can get some more wives now. Ain't nobody starving. You making plenty of money. You making and saving plenty of money. You ain't struggling. For the maintenance of thy maidens, grow your own food, raise your own meat, sew your own clothes, tan your own hides, and make your own shoes. What y'all scared of? the Judah collection.
Your house shot threes to walk on water.
Your house shot threes that walk on waters.
Coming to you soon.
Coming to you soon. What you scared of? This is how you build a nation. This is how you create a system inside of a system. Work yourself to death 30, 40 years for somebody else, and they don't even come to your funeral. You never even know who you was working for. You never seen their face. Number four. Woo! Well, I got a long way to go. Number 4. Learning trades and creating businesses. Learning trades and creating businesses. Let's go to Exodus 35. I want verses 30 through 35.
Book of Exodus, chapter 35, and verse 30. And Moses said unto the children of Israel, see, the Lord hath called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri,
Bezalel.
Bezalel,
Mm-hmm.
the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
And he hath filled with him the Spirit of God, in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship.
In all manner of work, he gave him wisdom. He gave him the spirit of wisdom. Gave him understanding. He gave him knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. This is what we have not been praying for to be manifested amongst the children of Israel. Workmanship. This is what the Most High gives us as a nation, because this is the basics of what we need as a people to build a nation. We need to have wisdom on how to bricklay. We need to have wisdom on how to do carpentry. We need wisdom on how to do roofing. We need wisdom on how to do the basic things that we need, the necessities we need to help build our nation and build businesses whereby we don't have to depend on other nations. Y'all with me? Read on.
And to devise curious works,
Mm-hmm.
to work in gold,
Mm-hmm.
and in silver, and in brass,
Read.
and in the cutting of stones,
Mm-hmm.
to set them, and in the carving of wood,
Come on.
to make any manner of cunning work.
To make any manner of cunning work, to make it beautiful, not just to put something together, just subpar. No, to make beautiful, cunning designs and work. Come on.
And he hath put in his heart that he may teach both he and Aholib,
Mm-hmm.
the son of Ahisamach,
Mm-hmm.
of the tribe of Dan. Them hath he filled with wisdom of heart
Mhm.
to work all manner of work
Mhm.
of the engraver,
Mhm.
and of the cunning workman,
Mhm.
and of the embroiderer, in blue, and in purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and of the weaver, even of them that do any work, and of those that devise cunning work.
So what verse are you at?
That's the end of the chapter.
That's the end of the chapter. Okay, now the Most High gives us men who have the wisdom to do craftsmanship, engineering, construction skills, artistic skills, metalworking, woodworking, and guess what? The ability to teach others to do these things. The one thing our enemies is afraid of is an autonomous black and brown community. We don't need them. That's the fear right there. The fear is we're an organized nation. That's the fear. You don't your workforce has left. Yeah. Your workforce has left. That's the fear. We have plenty of our people, and I'm gonna name a few. We have plenty of our people who have been great inventors and have put together um, a lot of different things that this world um, have made use of, but has not necessarily been useful to our community. You understand what I mean? The world has made use of it. The world couldn't live without it. But has it helped us as a people? No. Specifically, no. You have people like Lenny Johnson, who was a NASA engineer, who invented he invented that super soaker, but he developed the advanced energy technologies for NASA. You have Dr. Patricia Bath. She invented the laser device for cataracts and surgery to help restore sight of thousands of people worldwide. You have Mark Dean, who helped develop a personal computer and a key for IBM computer hardware systems. You have these are all Israelites, Israelite born people. Dr. Shirley Jackson, who did research contributing to the caller ID, the call waiting system, fiber optics, and telecommunications technology. You have Jane West, who co-invented the electric microphone. Like, we wouldn't be able to use this microphone if it wasn't for Dr. West. You have Marie Van Britton Brown. You know how many people use a microphone in the world?
On your phone.
This right here, just this alone right here, if we as a community had a percentage of this as a community, that would help the community, help with building communities or building schools, that would be helpful. Marie Van Britton Brown created the first modern home security technology and cameras of remote monitoring. Garrett Morgan invented the traffic signal and invented the gas mask used for rescue operations. Frederick McKinley Jones invented mobile refrigeration systems for trucks transforming to food and medical transport. Katherine Johnson, she worked for NASA. She's a mathematician who calculated the landing, the launching and landing of the ships that go in and out of space for NASA. Dr. Marion Croak helped develop the internet calling technology used in Zoom and video communication. So we wouldn't the reason why we on Zoom right now, an Israelite invented the technology to do this. Many of the things around the world we've done. But to answer the question, has it helped us as a community? No. It's helped the other nations. They make plenty of money off of it. You know why? Because we're not an organized nation. We're not an organized nation. And we have geniuses within the Israelite community. I've always seen this. I've met some of the smartest people in the world in the Israelite community and some of the dumbest people in the world. On both ends of the spectrum. I'm serious. There's some super highly intelligent individuals in the Israelite community that I've met, and I had some super dumb people too. Like, how did you get along in life, dumb? Like, it's only by His mercy that you know you're not lost. So, what all these people have in common, they made the heathen stronger. They made them stronger. The Most High has given us skills, brothers and sisters, crafts to help us better our nation. Let's get Mark 6:3. You say you're a follower of Christ? Let's see.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 6 and verse 3. Is not this the carpenter?
Is this not who?
The carpenter.
So Christ was a carpenter. He had skills, brothers and sisters. Come on.
The son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and Judah.
So Christ was known as a skilled tradesman before he was known as a preacher. Folk didn't know him as a preacher. They knew him as a skilled trade. Ain't this the carpenter right here? Boy over here preaching. You better get back on that roof over there. You're over there preaching. And contrary to what most Christian theologians teach, Christ wasn't just running around broke, nowhere to go, woe is me, homeless, nowhere to get no money, just a bum. And I think many of the Israelite brothers think that's what was going on too, because most of them are bums. Most of them think they mimicking Christ. I think they believe Christ was a bum. They think they mimicking Christ. Oh, my job is to preach. You better get a job. My job is to just teach the truth. What? You go Uber or nothing? Let's get Matthew the 4th chapter. Y'all know, y'all done heard that stuff before. Y'all heard it before, ain't you? Yeah. I'm gonna give me 3 wives, no job. I'm just gonna teach. Let the food stamps come in. You just a nigga. Ain't never stopped being one. Matthew 4:12.
Look at Matthew chapter 4 and verse 12. Now, when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed to Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the sea coast, and the borders of Zebulun.
Read verse 13 again, because I don't want to miss it. I want us to capture in our mind what's being said. Verse 13.
And leaving Nazareth.
Where was Christ from?
Nazareth.
He was from Nazareth, right? But he left Nazareth, right? And he did what?
He came and dwelt in Capernaum.
What does dwelt mean?
Lived there for a time.
He lived in Capernaum. He left Nazareth and he went to go live in Capernaum. Read.
Which is upon the sea coast, in the borders of Zebulun.
Let's come out of that. Let's go to Matthew 9. We'll skip around for a minute. I'm trying to show y'all something. Let's go to Matthew 9 and 1.
Book of Matthew, chapter 9 and verse 1. And he entered into a ship and passed over.
Come on.
And came into his own city.
Read.
And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy.
Let's get verse 9 and 1 again. I'm sorry.
And he entered into a ship.
He entered into a ship. Read.
And passed over.
And he passed over.
And came into his own city.
And he came into his own city. He came into his own city where he lived. Was that the end of that verse? Where he lived. In Capernaum, where he lived. He went to his own city where he dwelt. Now let's get Mark 2:1.
Mark chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And again he enters into Capernaum
Mm-hmm.
after some days, and there was noise that he was in the house.
So he was at home. So he left Nazareth, where his family was. He got in the ship. He went over the water and went to Capernaum.
Probably had to pay for the ship.
We had to pay for the ship, for fare to get on the ship. He went over to Capernaum.
Yep.
He had been there for a couple of days, right? He got home where he lived. He got home there, and they said, "What? Read it again, verse 1."
And again he enters into Capernaum after some days.
After some days, he had been gone. Come on.
And there was noise that he was in the house.
It was noise. He was in the house. Peter was probably in the backyard getting the grill ready or whatever. It's commotion over there. He home. That's what's going on here in Mark chapter 2. He back. He home. Because folk had been there because he had been preaching and healing already. So people had been there. But he was not home. He was in Nazareth. Yep. He went home. They said, "Oh, he home." Verse 2.
And straightway many were gathered together, and so much that there was no room to receive them.
At his house. There was no room to receive them at his house. Come on.
No, not so much as about the door. And he preached the word unto them.
And he preached at his house. He preached the word to them in Capernaum at home where he lived. Come on.
And they came unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of 4.
Read.
And when they could not come nigh unto him,
they couldn't get in the house. Read.
For the press, they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy
So
lay.
it's a good thing he was a carpenter.
Because they messed up his roof.
Can you imagine him sitting in the middle of the house teaching, and he looked, and they just start tearing up his roof? Yep. And when you read that was the first thing you thought was a good thing you're a carpenter.
Yeah. I've heard this before, but I never thought about his house.
His house, yeah. Which number are we on? We was on 4, right? Were we on 5?
No.
We're on 5 now?
I don't think
what phase are we on?
Verse 5.
Phase 5? Phase 5. Restoring strong families.
My bad.
Phase 5.
I was talking first.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get through them quick because the time is moving on. It got to be beyond us. Restoring strong families. Let's get Joshua 24 and 15. I'm gonna try to get through them faster now.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
Choose you this day whom you will serve. You have to have strong families. You got to look, brothers. You got to stand up, tell your wife, brother. You got to stand up, tell your children. In this house, we serve the Lord. In this house, stop cowering down. Stop acting like you. It's upon your responsibility. Because if you done took on a woman and you done took on children, or you done had children, guess what? You better be telling them you need to serve the Lord in here. Because when you ask on Judgment Day, ain't no Abba, but it's the woman you gave me, Lord. He don't want to hear that. Malachi 4 and 6. Try to get through quick. Malachi 4 and 6.
The book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Come on.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers,
and the heart of the children to the sons. So restoration starts with the fathers. Start with the fathers, trickle down to the mothers. From the mothers, it trickle down to the children. So they are spiritually and emotionally reconnected to the Father. reconnection to the Father. This is restoring the family within our communities and restoring the family. In that way, it stops a lot of these sexual sins. You get your daughter in order. Hey, come here. What you got on before she walk out that house? You brothers better start looking at your daughters before they walk out the door. I remember one time my daughter was she was in the house, but she kept doing like that. And the only reason I noticed it because she kept doing like this every time she was around me. Mm-hmm. She kept going up. I said, why you keep covering up like that every time I come? I said, oh no, go take that shirt off. If you got to cover up around me, you can't go out this house like that. Go change your shirt. Daddy, shut up. Go change your shirt. If you can't walk around me like that, what the hell you think you going out the door like that for? So you brothers, check your children. You going out the door like that? What you got on? Oh, that's too tight. We ain't doing that. Come on in. And brothers know what your daughter look like. Stop acting like you don't know what your daughter look like. You know if she overdeveloped. You know. Tell her to put some clothes on. Put something loose down, something loose and flowing on. Yeah. We gotta stop acting like we don't see what we see. Handling health and wellness. Handling health and wellness. You know what that? Sirach. Let's go to Sirach. The book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 15.
So book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 15. Mm-hmm. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Because if you ain't in good health, damn the money. I'd rather have good health than a whole lot of money. Because you'll be sitting there sick with a whole lot of money and can't do nothing with it. So give me the health and not the money. But guess what we need? Because we was talking about educating our children, right? We need to start sending our babies. We need to start sending them to nutritional schools. We need to start sending them to universities where they can learn about health and about medicine, about herbal medicine and things like that, so they can come back and help the community. We have to get away from, I raised my kids, get your education, and goodbye. That's crazy. Why do you think I put all this investment in you all these years? Investing in you for you just to leave and take it to somebody else. No, I want a return on my investment. Yes, go get a higher education, go and get some knowledge, but bring it back here. Bring it here. Tell our brothers what they need to eat. Pomegranates. I said I was going for the next. Didn't I say I was going for the next? Let's get right into it. Pomegranates and things that help your prostate. Soursop. A whole bunch of wives, but you know what I'm saying? The thing don't work.
ED.
I'm serious. Brothers all sick. They can't get it up. And you want 3 more wives. What you gonna do with them? You gonna look at them? Well, y'all been laughing at me all day. I don't know what's going on. Blood pressure high. You know what I'm saying? You be thinking, you know what I'm saying? You be thinking you be getting it in. You ain't did nothing. You close to death. You ain't did nothing. I done worked her out. She over there like, praying for your health. Because you need some help. All praises. All praises. We have to establish the communities. This is the last one, right? This number 7? Done? That's 6? I thought we did 6. Handling health and wellness was number 6. 5 was restoring strong families. Handling health and wellness is number 6. Number 7 is establishing communities rooted in righteousness. Let's get Acts 2 and 44.
Look at Acts chapter 2 and verse 44. And all that believed were together and had all things common, and sold their possessions and goods, and parted them to all men, as every man had need.
If every man have need, righteous communities are built based upon unity, cooperation, resource sharing, and mutual support. If you don't have that, you can't build. Give me Isaiah 1 and 26. We're almost done. Isaiah 1 and 26.
Look at Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning.
Come on.
Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness.
We're going to be called the city of righteousness because we're going to have restoration when we do all these phases in our community and start to gather ourselves and build ourselves in this organization as a righteous community. Righteous community requires righteous leadership. It requires wise counsel and godly standards. Israel, brothers and sisters, cannot continue to depend completely on systems that neither fear God nor prioritize our well-being while claiming to be a restored people. How silly is that? Faith without works is dead. Let me say it again. Faith without works is dead. So in the awakening, brothers and sisters, we must find ourselves producing. And we're going to leave it there. All praise to the Most High. We'll see you next week, brothers and sisters. Shalom to you all.
Yourself when the lies in the doctrine you clinging to. Repenting mean the path that you walk and you see it through. That mean you gotta switch up your people leaving the crew. That mean you gotta watch what you say and watch what you do. But until you see the truth, you just looking around for a clue. And it's easy to find evil, cause evil looking for you. Bishop got us militant, keep us ready like Minutemen. Demons in the sleep of Yahweh coming to finish them. Gotta love my features, no difference between our images. Wisdom getting deeper, I'm prophesying to many men. Keep it real, study the word, showing yourself approved. Faith without works is a body, gotta make different moves. I never be perfect, still shooting to fit the biggest shoes. Watching what I eat, son, I eat them, weaponizing the food. We had to fight and sacrifice to get to this point. Follow the laws of the Torah, you can't do what you want. War times, I'm on the line, you could catch me up front. Reading out my 1611, got my Glock in the trunk. Some people don't understand, till it's a hole in their body. Some people never gonna see that it's the devil that got them. You casting spells on yourself, you saying that you got problems. Meditate day and night, but I still get it poppin'.